What's up? I'm HUGZ. That's Sam. Welcome to HUGZ and Sam. Today we're going to be discussing episode 32, season 2, episode 7, however you want to say it, of Attack on Titan. Go.
Holy moly. Holy crap. So epic. Like, fight scene. Like, one of my favorites in the entire thing.
Well, this episode just jumps straight into it. It jumps
right into it. 0 to a freaking 100 in 10.
There wasn't a lot of foreplay, shall we say, in this one. They just kind of went into it.
It got right into it.
There was some really interesting information that we got, though. One of my favorite parts of the entire episode is the flashback, where it shows Annie and Eren fighting, and then Reiner gets thrown, and it's Mikasa. Like, that whole scenario I thought was so cool.
And then how Eren used that move that Annie taught him on Reiner Titan. Armor Titan.
Also, that makes me believe, we had talked about this a few different times throughout the show, when they were talking about Eren being able to harden his skin to close a wall. And I've said this way back, that I don't believe all the Titans can do the same thing, okay?
Yeah.
And so we have Bertolt, who's just crazy huge. I don't know what his bonus ability is other than just being crazy ginormous.
Yeah.
Reiner's skin, he has hardened, like, armored skin, but it's way different than how Annie's was.
Yeah.
Because it's like that all the time, and it's not like,
it's like
an
bone.
on-command small... Yeah, well, it's almost like bone or like rock.
Yeah.
It looks like rocks.
Yeah, it definitely looks like... I don't know.
Well, and he can also separate it, because, like, he separated... Like, he had, like, a mouth guard... like, completely, and then, like, he had it separate to where you could see him, like, talking or whatever. And it's weird when it shatters.
Yeah, it is. Because he was, like, running and his calf armor shattered off. I was like, oh my gosh, his leg's falling apart.
It's very interesting. That's the reason it makes me think it's, like, a bone type thing. But I don't know. It's very cool how that worked. And then Eren just straight ripped his arm off.
Yeah. Like...
That was fun.
That was great. And then he was, like, ripping his head off. And then he goes, ah! And then Bertolt, I guess, is like, oh, even though, like, I'm a dying Titan, I can still control that my ribs are going to break.
Yeah, we both were talking about that. How could he control his ribs to break on that side? Like, that's just a weird...
Yeah, like, I guess he
Is that his extra ability? I can break my bones. Oh! Crunches! Oh!
Yeah.
It's like an ab crunch.
And then it freaking ends with the freaking colossal Titan coming straight at them with his mouth like...
That was awesome.
Scary.
Well, and he's so huge. Like, he's... I don't even know how he can do things. Like,
well, they say he's really slow because of it. Like,
you had said something about, like, the larger Titans being a leader because they're larger, but it's like, I don't think he can do anything.
It's like a disadvantage.
Detriment,
Like, I mean, he could kick a hole in the wall because he was so big, I guess, but...
It's got advantages and disadvantages. I mean, I'm big. There's an advantage. If I run into somebody, I could probably tackle somebody down pretty good. But if they just run away, they're getting away.
Yeah.
But I wonder what Ymir's, like, special ability is.
She's fast.
And so is that, like, a special ability? Is her speed? Is that what that is then, I guess?
I think so.
I don't know. What is Eren's?
Eren's is that...
Eren seems like he heals faster.
Really?
Because, like, he just, like, grew his arm back right there.
He did grow his arm really fast, but I don't know. Because, I mean, they all pretty much heal. Because Reiner's arm healed really fast as soon as the sun came out.
Yeah, but when he ripped Reiner's arm off right there, he didn't just immediately, like...
That's true, yeah. Eren just, like, grew right there. You could see, like...
He had, like, indigo colored light, like, freaking rainbow...
It was really cool.
Lucky Charms fall out of his arm.
Maybe we haven't seen his... I mean, he does have, like, rage. Like, he, like... kicks in like freaking like Super Saiyan and freaking like goes crazy, but I feel like that's just his temperament in general.
I think maybe Bertolt's ability is like the steam, where he can like he sprayed out the steam.
Well,
like
yeah,
he did.
that's
like
what didn't they say that he's like just putting off steam like that.
Yeah, but I'm saying maybe that's like his special ability. Maybe not like everybody can do that. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely. I think that is his like main thing.
But it's weird.
So that he can become hot.
Well, it's not just become hot. Like,
he like puts off steam.
It's like a defense mechanism.
Burns people, yeah.
Because he was like, it blew away. It wasn't just the heat. Like when they threw the what did they throw at him? Like the ODM lock-on thing, and like blew it away.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. I don't know what they call it, like grappling hook, I guess.
Yeah.
So I wonder what that is, you know, if that's like his specific ability. But I feel like a lot happened, but it was all just one battle. I think it's because of the throwback sequence and where it kind of touched on, you know, like different individual characters without really progressing the story forward past the fight scene, you know what I mean?
It was kind of like it was just like a fight scene and then like a couple of flashbacks that like made the fight scene even more epic, and
because it showed like you don't just have to be strong.
Yeah, you can have like those moves and it still works for you.
Exactly. And also something we talked about, well, something that I specifically kind of honed in on, but I think a lot of people said that it was just an off remark, was the fact that she called Mikasa a beast. She said these moves are for humans, which in itself is weird to like, you know, even though they fight Titans, just that wording.
Says it's not for humans.
Yeah. No, she said these moves are for humans, meaning like you're training to fight Titans, you're not trained to fight humans. You know?
Oh, okay.
But then she called her a beast.
I think I don't know, because like at first whenever you said that, I was like, yeah, like she could be meaning something more, like foreshadowing, but at the same time, it's like I call people a beast if they're like a good fighter. Like if you're watching wrestling and you're like, man, they're a total beast, and it's like because they kick butt.
Yeah, but that's normally a positive, like almost a compliment. And she didn't sound very complimenting in that manner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, if you go up to somebody and be like, man, you're a beast, like, normally that's, like, a positive connotation.
Yeah.
Whereas she seemed to mean it in a more... I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it. But the thing is, there's been so many breadcrumbs for everything else that we've kind of missed. And then as soon as we saw it, it's like, all this stuff makes sense.
Yeah.
So as soon as I see anything that could be interpreted a different way, I'm like... That's gotta mean something, you know, like, she called her a beast, she talked about humans, and she's a beast, like...
Yeah. Also, we have to keep in mind, like, the translations might, like, kind of do something to the wording of that.
It goes hand in hand, though. You thought Mikasa was a Titan.
I do think... I have thought Mikasa's a Titan, and I still think that she could be. Just because of, like, what happened with Eren. Like, if he was injected with something, maybe the dad injected
just
Mikasa.
As easily.
Yeah, but I don't know, because I feel like by now we would have known.
Or at least she would have, like, revealed some sort of tendency or whatever.
Yeah.
Especially with how aggressive she gets and how quickly she attacks people. Like, Reiner Bertolt, like, she was like about ready to get him. Like, she kind of, you know, she was getting on herself that she didn't just cut their heads off right away.
Yeah. Like, I would love to see Mikasa be a Titan, but I just feel like we would have seen something...
Also, I feel like
regarding it by now.
I feel like it'd be too much almost. Just too many Titans. Like, everybody can't be a Titan shifter. All the main characters can't turn into Titan shifters, or it's just like, it's not special. So far, the way they've done it, I still feel like it's a really special thing. But I feel like if Mikasa, it's like, what's next? Is Armin a Titan too? Is he just gonna, you know what I mean? And then, who after that? Oh, Sasha's a Titan all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? That's, I just... one or two more out of the greater whole, like, preferably not super main characters like Mikasa or Armin, but, like, Connie. If we found out Connie was a Titan because of the stuff we found out about the family, it's like, alright, we don't know that much about Connie's backstory. We're not that deep into the Connie hole. You know what I mean? Hole. For it really to, like, not make sense or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like it has to be one of those fringe characters in order to still keep it special.
Yeah, like Jean. Like, your idea of Jean potentially, you know, being the one that was thrown in the mouth along with Ymir. Yeah. Becoming a Titan. I like that. Like, that would be something. Because, like, he's not, in my opinion, like, a main character.
And he was against Eren in the beginning. He didn't like Eren.
Like, that would be some good acting. Yeah. I mean...
Look at Reiner.
Yeah.
Reiner's done some good acting. Like, if they got some Emmys or something, like, they need to give him an award.
Because he actually talked. Berthold, he didn't talk, so, like, he didn't have to act, really. He just had to, like, live
Reiner
and breathe.
Pulled the rug out from all of us. Yeah. All of us.
Yeah, it was really shocking.
But I love it. I love, like, more than anything else in the show, like, Reiner has jumped up to probably my favorite character.
Really?
Just because of everything that happened and looking back at all of the things that he's done throughout the series and knowing the whole time he was essentially the one who, like, caused a lot of this chaos and stuff like that. Wow.
Yeah.
It just makes it that much more, the story that much richer.
I'm just a little bit bitter because it's like, oh man, like they caused Aaron's mom to die and then...
Well, I mean, I'm not saying he's a great guy. I'm just saying storyline-wise, I feel like he's amazing.
He was like the one I did not expect at all to be like the main one.
We expected him to be something.
Yeah.
Because we talked about it, but not
I didn't expect him to be really anything until that Annie scene where she was like... and then he like broke free. Like, how the heck? Because
and he was smoking. I don't know.
As soon as I saw that, I'm like, there's something up with him. But I would have never ever guessed that he would be the Colossal Titan, or not the Colossal Titan, the Armored Titan, and then Bert be the...
I get you. Looking at the series overall, though, I'm like... I want to get... I feel like we've found a lot of the filler story, especially now that we know that they were the Armored and Colossal Titan. We know they're working with Annie. We know they're trying to take him back, you know, Ymir and all that. Mm-hmm. It's like, I feel like now that we know all that part of the story, it's like we have all the meat and cheese and stuff in the middle, but we don't have the bread for the sandwich. Like, there's the story that encompasses everything we know and we've seen that's there, and it's been there from the beginning. We just didn't know.
Yeah.
And I feel like we have all the inner parts, but we just don't know how everything connects and why everything has happened. We're the bread.
Yeah. Where the bread at, though?
Hashtag where the bread at.
Where the bread at?
Is it in the basement?
Is it in the basement? Well, I mean, honestly, it said in the very beginning that all the answers are in the basement.
That's right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like this episode, there's not as much to talk about because it's very straightforward, especially with the fight scenes. Like I said, there's a couple throwbacks.
I mean, okay,
I'm trying to make sure we're talking about
let's talk about how epic it is when the Colossal Titan moves. And they're, like, flying around him. And he's, like, freaking molten. Like, he looks like he's, like, on fire or something. Like, his veins or whatever. But it might just be the effect on the muscles or whatever. But the way he moves, it's just real slow and, like, deliberate. Dramatic. And I'm just like, oh, my God. Like, I couldn't help it. Like, I was watching my reaction back, and I'm like, I was freaking losing it.
Well, it reminds me of the Eren fight. When Eren fought the Colossal Titan. And I was like, I remember just the emotion of how slow everything feels, even though it's happening like this. And he was, like, running
up its arm. Yeah. That's when you were like, he blade-bladed his arm or whatever. Beybladed his arm, just because, like, and then whenever he just, like, steamed, and then I remembered as soon as, like, they were going at him, I was like, oh yeah, he, like, freaking produces the steam.
That was so cool. Anything that's, like, especially with the music, we've talked about this before, the score for Attack on Titan is so good. And whenever, like, you get these drastically, like, overblown shots where it's, like, deep out and you see the deliberate movement and everybody's, like, flying around
and there's, like, epic
it's
music.
So grandiose. Like, it's so beyond life. It's bigger than life.
It makes my stomach, like, hurt in a good way.
Yeah. I love those.
Weird.
I love those scenes, and it's because of the music. Like, the visuals are cool, but without the music, without that score driving it, it wouldn't be as epic.
Yeah. Definitely. So and then I hated at the very end how he's, like, flying down with his mouth wide open and the music is so good. And then it's like... That was awesome. And you're just like...
That was awesome. I loved that. I loved that. I thought that was so cool. Also, like, Armored Titan screaming out. Reiner screaming out to Bertolt. Oh I thought there was going to be more Titans coming. I think we both did.
At first I was like, oh, he's yelling at
like
Bertolt. Like, that's what I was first.
I think that's what you thought, right? Was like how Annie did?
Well, at first I thought he was yelling at Bert. And then I was like, then Hanji said, you know, be prepared. There's going to be other Titans coming in. That's whenever I was like, okay, well, I wonder if other Titans are going to come in and save them kind of thing like they did with Annie. Mm-hmm. But then as soon as I saw Bert falling, I was like, yeah.
I still want to see Eren rip his head off.
Yes.
Because I just think that would be super awesome.
Yes, it would be super awesome.
Personally.
I just want to know how he's going to move in time, because if he falls on him, like, they'll just be, like, in a pile down there, like, will that, like, kill the Titan form, and then Eren will just be like alive in there, or like we still don't know if Eren can actually die.
Well, I mean, if they break his head off in regular form.
Yeah, because that's what Mikasa said. Like, if I would have cut their heads off,
yeah.
then they wouldn't, you know. But it's like...
I don't know. I want them to get away and take Eren, but I also don't. You know what I mean? I want them to steal Eren and Ymir and take them away just so we can see where they would take them and what happens.
And then the scene of like everybody going and saving them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And what's up with like, oh my gosh, that Krista, she's like, you have to save Ymir. Yeah. And I'm just like, my freaking heart. And then Connie doesn't know anything. And he's like, you have to find Reiner and Rahul. They don't have ODM gear. Like, and I'm just like, oh man, everybody's so like messed up right now.
You know what? All I have really in my mind right now, though, to see is when we thought Reiner. When I was like, Reiner's climbing up.
Oh my gosh, yes, that was so funny.
Because I keep envisioning that in my mind.
You said it, but I was like thinking, like, what's he doing? You know. But you're like, I thought he was just climbing up the wall.
It looked like he was. All right, y'all. I don't want to keep dragging this out, though. I feel like we've covered everything that's worth covering, or at least that we can think of offhand. I don't want to turn this into a rambling thing. It'd be so easy to do.
Yeah. But it's kind of like we're just talking to you guys. Like, if you guys were just, like, sitting here with us, we're just like, oh, yeah, and this part, and oh, this part, you know?
I feel like because a lot of it was focused on, like, one specific scene, or at least, like, an elongated scene, there's not as many little things to talk about.
Yeah.
Not to say this episode doesn't have a lot to talk about, because it does. But I feel like it builds on a lot of our past discussions, and I don't want to keep going over the same stuff and over, because that's probably a little boring for y'all. I don't know. The other thing too is I can jump to a million conclusions, like the Beast thing or whatever, and I'm still like, Chris is pretty much confirmed not to be a Titan now, but in my mind I'm still like, there's something going on with her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Historia has still got her story.
But we only have like a couple more episodes, and I'm just like,
I know
we're gonna have to wait till July, I'm sure, to figure out what's going on.
I'm still holding out that there's other like animalistic Titans.
Yeah, like the Beast Titan.
Yeah, because it's been a little bit since we've seen Beast Titan too.
And also like her being referenced to as a beast, and then him being called Beast Titan.
I actually didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it just hit me.
I'm telling you.
I wonder if that has anything to do with each other.
I'm telling you, there's something up with that. All right, but let us know what you thought in the comments down below. Don't spoil, because it sucks. It's not fun. And they will be deleted as soon as they are seen by our mod Lee and maybe Blood, and I don't know who else deletes them. But just watch out. Don't do it. Like it if you did. Sub if you don't already. Shout out to our patrons who support us over on Patreon. Get to see the full reactions. Also early access. It's fun. You can become a patron too. Go in the description, find out how. And we'll be back with more videos later. We love you guys.
Bye.
Bam. So it started 4 years ago when we started dating online, and I'm the Colossal Titan. Like, that's what it is.